Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, we are from Group 5 and we will present the result of our presentation entitled Enhancing Biogas Quality of Indigiofera Plant Wash through Co-digestion with Dung. First of all, here's our member of the group.
Hi, my name is Hanifan Fithrotulloh with student number I0422154.
My name is Zulfikar Dananjaya. My student number is I0422152.
Okay, my name is Rino Daniarta, student number I0422130.
Ziddan Riyadz I0222151.
My name is Rian Nata, I042228. This is part of our presentation. First, we will talk about anaerobic digestion. We divide into two parts. The first one is introduction of anaerobic digestion and then the development of anaerobic digestion. Second, we will talk about anaerobic digestion with Indigiofera plant wash. It is about method and results. Anaerobic digestion, aka AD, is an old technology which can renew interest, especially in new route for the process of biomass wash into biogas. The raw material that is commonly digested into biogas are cow dung, chicken manure, pig manure, palm oil, milk effluent, and sugarcane process waste. If we talk about fuel, what matters is the quality. In the AD process, the quality of biogas produced is influenced by factors that affect the composition and quality of biogas.
In the AD process, the quality of biogas produced is influenced by biological oxygen demand or BOD, chemical oxygen demand or COD, and total suspense solid or TSS from raw materials. If you use TSS from palm oil, milk, effluent and compare to its TSS from sugarcane, you will find a different result because they produce different amounts of BOD and COD. From this part, you will understand that BOD and COD strongly affected the composition and quality of biogas. Raw materials with low COD indicate the small amount of organic material that can be processed into biogas. Low COD also shows that during the AD process, bacteria will consume more acid. Other things that affect the quality of biogas from AD are C/N ratio, pH, and digester temperature. Small but important detail, the ideal C/N ratio for AD is 30. Ideal pH is between 6.5 and 7.6, with ideal temperature for mesophilic bacteria between 35 degrees and 40 degrees Celsius. For the best growth of fermented bacteria in AD. Next slide is about development purpose. So why do we have enhanced the quality of biogas, in this case using AD process with Indigiofera waste? Number one, because AD is a complex process that is affected by many variables. Every raw material has a unique character, thus requiring different treatment. Number two is because the amount of waste in the extraction process of blue natural dyes can reach 90% by weight. But unfortunately, the most Indigiofera waste are stems containing much hemicellulose and lignocellulose, which makes the substrate difficult to hydrolyze, so that the yield of biogas is low. To overcome this, some researchers have proposed some pretreatment processes before processing in AD, such as thermochemical, thermal, mechanical, chemical, enzymatic, alkaline, and biological pretreatment. But the pretreatment process is less practical because it requires additional equipment and sometimes also uses additional chemicals, which can increase operational costs.
And now we will discuss about the method. We will use two substrates. The first substrate was the waste of biomass from the extraction process of blue natural dyes or Indigiofera tinctoria, and another substrate was cow dung. The bacteria that used in AD were 3BM4. There were two AD reactors with size of 160 liter each. The first reactor was built with substrate of a ratio 17.5 by 17.5 by 35 kg, and the second was with a ratio of 35 by 35 by 70 kilograms. And then to investigate the effect of co-digestion, the indigo containing substrate was varied at 5 types. The first type is 100%, 75%, 50%, 25%, and then 0%. Okay, and then before feeding them into the AD reactor, Indigiofera waste were mechanically sliced to produce small piece of biomass thickness more or less than 1 centimeter. Then the results of sliced biomass were mixed with cow dung and water in accordance with its predetermined ratio. The amount of biogas produced, the temperature of the reactor, and the pH of AD were measured periodically. CH4 and H2S contents in biogas were measured daily and taken the average.
Figure 2 showed biogas output and temperature of the first and second AD reactor. It appears that the reactor temperature fluctuated and was influenced by the surrounding. It is shown that the response of increasing pH with an increase in temperature of AD was low. This indicates that at low temperatures, anaerobic digestion conditions undergo acidogenesis. It has been widely expressed by previous researchers that temperature is an important parameter for microorganisms to grow based on optimum requirements and to increase biogas production. There are 3 types of operation that can be used in anaerobic digesters: psychophilia 25 degrees Celsius, mesophilic about 35 degrees Celsius, and thermophilic about 55 degrees Celsius. Optimum growth of microorganism is mesophilic and thermophilic temperature.
Slide 13. The dramatically decrease of the HD temperature was also followed by a decrease of pH in the AD reactor, as can be seen in figure 3. The pH condition and temperature of the AD reactor were very influential on the yield of biogas. At temperatures higher than 29.5 degrees Celsius with a pH of about 6 to 7, biogas can be produced in large quantities. At temperature less than 29.5 degrees Celsius, the digestion reaction tends to be slow. Conclusion from this study about anaerobic digestion. First, it is very important to keep the AD reactor temperature above 29.5 degrees Celsius with a pH between 6 and 7. 2. With a CH4 content of about 42% and H2S concentration below 40 ppm, the biogas produced by co-digestion between Indigiofera waste and cow dung has the potential to be further improved in quality and can be used to fuel the stove and internal combustion engine. That's all from this presentation. Thank you very much. See you.